Good morning and welcome to the Fairy Coach Tarot. My name is Raquel. Thank you for being here, being part of this channel, watching my videos. So today is Friday, and like every Friday, we look at the weekend messages. So we do an interactive tarot in which you pick the deck or the fairy, and then we look at the main messages or guidance from Spirit for our weekend, that energy forecast and what's the guidance for it, and then also for Saturday and Sunday. All right. But what I want to say also that it's for this video or any video of mine that you watch, that even if you watch it in the future, even if it's not, because this video is for the weekend of June 19th to June 21st, right? Friday the 19th all the way to Sunday the 21st. But if you're watching this video in the future or at any other time, you made it here for a reason. So there may be something you need to hear. There may be a message here for you. So even if you are not right watching this video for the weekend that it is, know that you made it for a reason and there may be a message for you. So it's timeless messages, although they are designed to be for this weekend. All right. Without anything else to say, let's begin. And we usually begin by grounding, right? Letting go of any tension, any excess of energy, anything that we are carrying. And then you can follow along with me as I plant my feet on the ground, imagining those roots growing from the sole of the feet all the way down to the earth, letting go of, visualizing letting go of any energy, any tension, or anything we're carrying that is not ours to carry or that feels heavy. And then putting the hands on the chest, right in the middle of the chest where the heart chakra is, and vibrating with the energy of love. So we want this video to be infused with love. Just like I always say at the end of every uh, intention for the deck, in light, in love, for our greatest good. And then we connect with the breath. Let's take a deep inhale together in through the nose. Hold for a second or two and gently let go, exhaling, elongating that exhale. All right. Rolling the shoulders back, moving the neck gently from side to side, front to back. All right, now look at the three fairies, the blue, the yellow, the purple, and the decks we have. You can see a little bit more of the back of each one. We have a very medieval Celtic spirituality and druidry type of decks today. As a practicing druid and a lover of nature and wildlife, these decks really call me, and they are some of my favorites. So um, choose the one that calls you and that you resonate with. Ready? All right, let's begin with the blue fairy. All right, for those of you who have picked the blue fairy. All right, let's look at the blue fairy. For those of you who picked this one, we move the cards just a little bit, although they have been prepared. And we set the intention. We would like guidance, messages, and advice for our weekend, and a prayer of protection always in love, in light, for our highest good. All right. Oh, they are jumpy. Settle, settle. Let's see if... Now, for a second, I thought they didn't want to come out. All right, we have the general message. Now, Saturday. Good. And Sunday. What's going on with this deck today? All right. And we got two for Sunday. All right, we're gonna look at them individually and then reading all together. All right, so the main message for our weekend, the main guidance is the Three of Arrows. It comes with the word jealousy. And Three of Arrows is the Three of Swords in traditional tarot, right? So it is a card that a lot of times signifies pain, right? And it's scary when we have like a heart and it's three swords or three arrows here are piercing it. Now, I want you to change that, all right, in the sense of how you're looking at it. And it's not necessary to look at the word jealousy here. So the Three of Swords lets us know that our thoughts, because it is the air element, may be hurting us. The way we are thinking about something may be hurting us. So the main guidance here is how or what are you thinking about right now that is hurting you? This is the question I would ask you if I had you in front. What are you thinking about right now that is causing you pain? All right? Because the Spirit wants you to know that it is those thoughts that you have about the situation what is causing the pain, not necessarily the situation itself. All right? So, right now, if you're hearing this, I want you to either pause the video or after we're done with the reading, think about what is something that is hurting you right now. And Spirit says they are your thoughts, the ones that are causing you the pain, not the situation itself, right? So sometimes we entertain these thoughts without even wanting to, right? We keep going around something, either thinking about a conversation we had or thinking about a relationship in our life or a situation at work, and this card is saying your thoughts are causing the pain, right? So your feelings and your emotions are valid. However, it is time to challenge those thoughts. Either accept the situation for what is. All right. So if you are in a relationship and the other person doesn't do the things that you would like them to do, or a job is not going like you would like, either accept what is, right? And take control of what's under your control that are those the thoughts that you have about it, or if the relationship, the job, the situation, whatever, it's so unsustainable that it's causing you to think about it over and over again, to spiral about it, and it's hurting you, then perhaps it is time to let it go. But Spirit is telling you they are your thoughts that are causing pain. We either accept what something is and keep it in our life, or if it's causing us to spiral so much, we may need to let it go. All right. So this weekend, the main message is to really pay attention to the thoughts you're having about something, to challenge those thoughts if need be, or to say, I either accept the situation as is, or I'm gonna have to let it go and close this chapter of my life. All right. So, yes, your feelings about whatever it is that may be causing you heartache are valid. But the thoughts that you're having about the situation is what's causing more harm right now. All right. So, If you're watching this video and you say, well, Raquel, right now things are going well. I don't I don't think anything is really hurting me. Then this weekend, um, pay attention to your thoughts, because this message that Spirit is giving you is to pay attention to your thoughts and remember that your thoughts are part of what creates and manifests your reality, but that your thoughts have that ability to hurt you. So, pausing and noticing those thoughts, as well as if it needs be to challenge them and accept the situation or change it. Remember, what's under your control? Under your control are your reactions, right? So, learning what's under your control and what's not under your control. Now, let's look at Saturday specifically. Saturday, we have the blasted oak, and this is major arcana, major advice, and this is the tower card. So if you're watching this and you're thinking, oh, here we have a heart that is pierced, it's the three of swords, and then the tower, this is really, really bad. No, it's not. Remember, tarot cards are neither good or bad, right? They have lights and shadows, right? They are, and the way we use them in this channel and the way I use them in my work, it is guidance from Spirit. At the end of the day, you have the power to choose and decide. You have the gift of choice and free will. So they are not pointing that something bad will happen. What they are telling you is the main message Spirit wants you to know is that this weekend or whenever you're watching this video, it's important to examine your thoughts, and that your thoughts are hurting you. Your thoughts about something is the thought that is hurting you more than the situation itself, and that a situation needs to be accepted or then find ways to move away from. Now, on Saturday, the Tower card is telling you, specifically this Saturday, it is time to really transform or let go of something that has been way too hard to carry, too heavy to carry. And this is what, when we look at them together. So if the main message is to examine your thoughts that are causing harm, and the sensing that the Spirit wants you to know, either accept things for what they are or let go of them, release them if they are making you spiral by thinking so much about them. And Saturday is a good day for you to really come to terms, to really think, what is something I can't carry anymore? It's too heavy. Or either being in this relationship is hard for me, or being in this job is draining me, or whatever it is, or being the person to always help somebody, whoever it is, it's really taking a toll on me. So ask yourself, what are you tired of carrying? This is the question for Saturday. What are you tired of carrying? What is it's something that keeps coming into your thoughts, and it's time to let go. And when you let go, when you set yourself free from that, you are going to find that you can finally breathe easily. That's why I'm telling you the Tower card does not need to be feared, because in this sense is telling you, free yourself from something that is making you think about it, think about it, think about it all the time. And you're thinking about it because it's so hard to carry it. So it may be time to let go and transform that energy, right? So right now we have this energy of like thoughts that keep coming, or thoughts that are being that are hurting you, because there is something that you need to let go of and something you need to free yourself from. And Saturday is a good day to either observe, think about, and practice self-awareness towards that. And what about Sunday? Who answers our call? And it is the spirit of the Six of Cups, the Six of Vessels, and the Ace of Stones or the Ace of Pentacles, right? And it comes with words, these cards, and one is reunion and the other one is the foundation of life. So let's look first at the Six of Cups because this is the protagonist, this is the first card, and the second is always supporting the main message here. So the Six of Cups, it's a card usually that brings memories of the past, right? And in this sense, that is pointing at the answer of something being in the past, right? So here, let's read it together so we see how this is going. So the main message for you, again, there are thoughts that are hurting you. A situation needs to be either accepted or let go of. The more you think about it, the more you're going to hurt yourself, right? Now, Saturday is telling you free yourself from the pain, from something that you are carrying that it's becoming too heavy. It's either a relationship, it's either a job, or it's either this a situation that you are the one always holding on to, right? Emotionally. So Saturday is a time to reflect and free yourself, either accepting something or really closing the page and letting it go because it's too hard for you to carry. Now, Sunday is telling you look into the past, right? Look at look at something in the past that has brought this about, right? And remember, um, the past, even if there are good memories of the past, if there were good times either with a person or a job started very well or whatever it was, yes, cherish those memories, but that does not mean that you need to carry this forever just because it started very well. Even if it was a relationship, even if it was a job, even if it's a friendship, you know, it started well, but whatever it is that it's making you think over and over, um, it's causing pain. So examine your thoughts this weekend. Let go of something, free yourself from carrying it. On Sunday, yes, if you have any regrets, because somebody that will is watching this video may take a strong hold on Saturday, may make a decision on Saturday, and then Sunday there may be a regret coming back. No, do not have regret. Some things are meant to end. You can keep the good memories, right? But some things, some chapters in our life are meant to end. All right. That doesn't mean somebody's bad or no, it just means that it's hurting us in the present and it's not for us to carry into the future. And this is telling you, right? We have the Ace of Pentacles. Is telling you, all right, examine what you're thinking, you free yourself, keep the good memories, and only then, only when you can look into the past without regret, without remorse, understanding the lessons, taking the good memories, you are then it's when like you have this new energy of this new possibility, right? And things begin manifesting the way you want. All right. So most of the reading is about examining your thoughts this weekend, freeing yourself from something it's not yours to carry and it's hurting you right now. Staying in some situation, it's hurting you because you keep thinking about it. Not having regrets, thinking on Sunday positive about the past or the things that brought you here. Keep the lessons that you've learned from all of this. And then when you are able to let go, forgive, accept, then is when freedom arrives, the freedom to manifest the life that you want and to move on. All right, I hope you enjoyed your reading. Very interesting cards. Please give a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, or share this video. There may be somebody who needs to hear it. And remember, this is a general collective reading. Take the parts that resonated. If only a little part of the reading resonated, take that and let go of the rest. Never force anything. And if you want us to look more in depth at your particular situation, reach out. I offer private tarot sessions that can be done from anywhere in the world, as well as pre recorded readings. I will leave you the link in the description below. All right. And now let's look at the Yellow Fairy and this beautiful, beautiful deck that it is witchy and full of those Celtic spiritual things that I resonate so much with. All right. Here is the Yellow Fairy for you. All right, let's move them around a little bit, wake them up after they've been waiting for their turn, and set the intention. Please give us advice, guidance, tell us something we need to go know for our weekend. The general message for Saturday and Sunday, respectively, and we ask in love, in light, for our highest good. And so it is. Ooh, two cards jumped, actually, three cards jumped out. So let's put them here. All right, three cards jumped out for you. This is, all right, wow, they're eager to tell you something. The spirit is eager to let you know something. All right, let's look at Saturday. Two cards. Interesting how things are going with this deck. All right, and Sunday. And one jumped out. All right, it's I think I'm safe to say that really there is something you need to know right now, be it because it's the weekend or whenever, there is a message for you here for sure. And look at the cards you got. So we begin with the Ace of Wands, and wow, the Sun and the Four of Pentacles. What beautiful cards you got. And look at the imagery. This is really one of my favorite decks. I resonate so much with it. It's absolutely stunning. All right, so Ace of Wands, the protagonist here, the first card that jumped out, the Sun, major arcana, major advice, but it's supporting it, and then the Four of Pentacles. So we're going to read them as they appear. What do you need to know about your weekend? All right. What is it that you need to know? What is the advice? What is the main message right now for you? All right. New energy, something very fiery. Once is fiery here. And so new energy entering your life, right? That's more than an opportunity. It's a very fiery possibility, right? So what does it mean when I say fiery? So it is that it will be something very passionate, and that you are giving this new energy coming in, right? But again, it's up to you what you do with it. So when I see the Ace of Wands, I think about the magic wand to make things happen, right? So you hearing once, you new energy coming in, there is the possibility, a big one, for good things, for something that is passionate, so, or that you will be passionate about. So now ask yourself, what is it that you really want right now? Because you have this new energy coming in that makes it so much possible for it to happen. So when I ask you, what is it that you really want? Think about, I say the fire in the belly when I see wands, because it is not coming from the heart chakra, from that love. It's coming from the belly, from below there. It's just like this thing that I'm passionate about, that I really, really want. So think about that. And see, you get the sun supporting this. So it's not only that there is this possibility, this think that this energy that enters your life is that this energy has it. It's like the sun is shining on you this weekend, like I say, when the sun comes out, because not only you have the Ace of Wands, new energy coming in, it is a very, what's the word? I want to say beneficial, but it's not beneficial. It's when you are touched in a good way with blessings, right? So, new energy, you have all these blessing of like the sun card shining on you, right? So, what is it asking? What is it that you want at this time, right? How can you use positive energy right now around the things that you want, around the life that you want to manifest right now? So, remember, this is there, but you are the one that needs to co-create with spirit and manifest knowing these two things. All right, so very, very good energy coming in. Now we have the four excuse me. Sorry, we have the Four of Pentacles supporting these cards, right? And the Four of Pentacles, we move to the earth element right now. And the Four of Pentacles is all about that energy of the four, that it is a stability, a structure, and foundation, right? And its Pentacles is resources, manifestation, all of that. So, how does this go together? New energy coming in, it has the potential for many blessings right now because this is a major arcana. So, are things that are going to be very important for you, right? To come in with this new energy. Now, remember that the step for you here is to always do things with a good foundation. I know I repeat a lot good foundations when the fours or even the emperor come about, but I want you to know what it is a good foundation when we speak spiritually. A good foundation means that things are done right. In for example, I'm just putting an example right now, that it doesn't mean that it has to be this, but I'm putting an example. What you want is a new relationship, right? And everything is coming to term. This person, this new relationship. Now, are you basing the foundation of this relationship on lies, on cheating, on that's what I mean. That's a bad foundation. So good energy, good things are coming, but it's up to you to build a solid, good foundation, a foundation made of goodness, of good energy, of truth, of kindness, right? So think about when I tell you build a good foundation about what it is. I mentioned a relationship, but it could be anything else that right now you're building. Remember to create a solid foundation spiritually. It's not a solid foundation in other ways, it's spiritually. Make sure that it is made out of love, that it is goodness and truth, and we are not starting something with lies, with deception, with things that karmically or with energetically are going to come back in a negative way in the future. All right. So now let's look at Saturday specifically, the energy for Saturday, and who answers? It is the Seven of Swords. And the Empress, Major Arcana, Major Advice. So here we have the Seven of Swords. The Seven of Swords is that card of trust. And it's interesting, I didn't know that this card was here, and I was already telling you an example, for example, of how important beginning things with truth, with goodness, with kindness, with that gentleness, right? So it's telling you that on Saturday, um, it's a time to examine your truth. Are you walking in truth? Is what you're doing for the things that you want based on deception, based on actual truth, goodness, right? So Saturday wants you to examine this, right? It's not saying that this is what's coming to you, but the energy wants you to examine, to do things in truth. That means to not be deceptive, right? I'm trying to see how you can see the cards better. So trying not to be deceptive. Um, Walk in truth on Saturday, right? And the Empress is supporting this card by saying that is how you create something that you can nurture into the future. All right. So far we have new energy that everything that's coming in, it's going to be very important what you create this weekend or at this time. It will be very beneficial, but it has to have a solid foundation spiritually, especially on Saturday. This card just tells you to remember to walk in truth. And that's how you create and nurture things that bring happiness and are beneficial for you. All right, what about Sunday? On Sunday, who answers? It is the Queen of Cups. I love the imagery of this deck. I know I keep saying it, but every card, I think it is absolutely stunning. All right, the Queen of Cups is this gentle queen who is intuitive, who is emotional, but emotional not oh, I'm too emotional in a negative way, but is in touch with her emotions. She's nurturing. She is very, very loving. And here you have the Empress too, right? So, what is the Queen telling you about Sunday? So, Sunday's energies are nurturing energies. We're moving from the Empress into this Queen. So, keeping that of nurturing, and that could be nurturing relationships, nurturing what you are creating new, nurturing yourself. Remember also that the Queen of Cups is very intuitive. So on Sunday, pay attention to your intuition more than ever, right? Because there may be signs or messages that are coming to you on Sunday that are important to pay attention to. But also, it is a time for you to nurture and care for both for you and for those around you and for the things that you want. All right, so let's read it all together. So we have these 6 cards. Let's read them all together. New energy coming in, that it's going to be very passionate, very fiery, and it can be very beneficial for you. You have an energy of new energy that it's full of blessings, but it's up to you to really make sure that you're creating a solid foundation. A solid foundation spiritually, that means that you are creating things out of goodness and also out of truth. So to walk in truth at this time, then nurture things. These are how things grow. When they are made with goodness and in truth, then they grow in a way that they last, and they last bringing you good. Because even if something lasts and it brings you unhappiness, then what's the point? So nurture something, walk in truth, and lay a good foundation. It's going to grow, this new energy. If you do these things, it's going to grow into something that's good for you, that brings you happiness, that's something stable. On Sunday, also, Sunday, stop and pay attention to your intuition, pay attention to signs, pay attention to things that happen randomly. Observe, right? There is some message there for you regarding this new energy that comes in. Also, a lot of self care on Sunday. This Queen of Cups likes to practice self care and be caring of others, right? Or of the things that they are important to her. So, beautiful reading. I hope you enjoyed it. Give a thumbs up, subscribe, and share this message, as there may be somebody who needs to hear it. And remember, it is a general reading for the collective, even if it's interactive. Take what resonates with you. Remember this as you go through the weekend, and then say, oh, I just watched this video and this now makes sense. So just remember it, take what resonates, let go of the rest. And if you want us to look at your particular situation, reach out, ask me more about my services. I'm very happy to answer any questions. I offer private sessions that can be done from anywhere in the world. And we do them by video call, phone, or even chat. And I also offer pre-recorded readings that can be sent directly, either video or audio, that can be sent directly as a link to your email, and you can download them and have them there. So I am glad to accompany you in your journey. So if you want more information, go to my website or my Gumroad storefront. You have the information in the comments, or reach out and I can answer any questions. Now let's go with the purple fairy for those of you who picked this one. All right, now this is also a very Celtic type of deck. It's very druidry, so also very lovely. Now let's move it around and set the intention. It's a larger deck, so it's a little bit harder to maneuver. All right. Please give us guidance, advice, and insight into our weekend, or what we need to know right now. Also on the Saturday or Sunday. But again, timeless guidance that we can use at this time. And we ask in love, in light, for our highest good. All right. 2 cards, main message. Let's move these around a little bit. So, because these cards are bigger, so we can all fit. All right, and Saturday, 1, and Sunday, and 1. All right. What's the main guidance? Who answers our call? And we have the Princess of Swords, that would be the Page of Swords in regular tarot, and the 5 of Pentacles. All right, we have a protagonist and a supporting character here. What does the Page of Swords want to tell us about the energy right now, right? So the Page of Swords, we are under the air element again, and it is a growing energy, this page, right? And right now, it is telling you that this weekend, or the energy around you right now, is one where conversations or certain messages can have a growing impact on something, right? So this Princess of Swords is going to ask you 2 questions. One is, what conversation do you need to have right now? What conversation is lingering for you? Who do you need to talk to? What do you need to say to somebody? So this is important. This is something that Spirit wants you to examine. That is, what conversation you feel you need to have right now, or what is something that you need to say, right? The other thing this Princess of Swords is giving you advice on, or telling you, is to watch out for any messages or conversations that come to you this weekend, or that are around you right now, because there is the potential of something with this conversation. It is important. Maybe it's a message that you receive. When I say a message, it's a text message or a chat message that you receive, or an email, or a conversation you have with someone, or even perhaps it's a spiritual message that you get, right? So be attentive to messages, to something that is gonna come your way. But it's also very important that you answer this. Who do you need to have a conversation with right now, or what do you need to say right now? It's something that you deliver as well as that you receive with this princess. Now we have the Five of Pentacles. All right. And the Five of Pentacles is a card. We are in the earth element right now. And it's a card that is making us examine what are we focusing our intention on, right? So um, what is it that we're focusing on, because what I was trying to say is that the intention will follow, right? So, and this card is supporting this Princess of Swords. So who do you need to talk to, or what is something that you need to say right now that is pressing you, right? And also examine any messages that arrive to you, because there is a potential for growth. Now, this five is telling you, do not focus on the negative in these conversations, right? So if there is something, when I asked you this, if you're watching this and I asked you, who do you need to have a conversation with? What is something that you need to say? And your mind goes into talk that you need to have with someone that has hurt you, or something that you know is not going to be a tough conversation to have. The Five of Pentacles tells you, do not focus on the bad from this conversation. Try to put your intention and the focus on what's important here, and take whatever is being said to you with the mind of, what is a lesson I can learn from this? What is something I can bring to the future moving forward? All right. Now let's look at Saturday. On Saturday, another five. So five, or I am already telling you, if we have three cards on the table and two of them are fives, be on the lookout for the number five this weekend, or at this time, if you're not watching this video this weekend. Number five is resonating for something. So the energy of five sometimes is that of instability, and the Five of Swords is, again, we're looking at conversations mostly here, and it's a card that tells you it's not about winning at all costs. So what this I'm sensing here, a conversation that needs to be had, right? Something that needs to be said, right? It's not about focusing on the bad, but trying to extract from this conversation what's a lesson for you to move forward, but also how to approach this conversation or these messages in a way that is more gentle. Remember, and this is for Saturday, or how you apply it to this moment, that the Five of Swords tells you, play fair, right? Even engage in battle in a fair way. So what the protective message this card brings you is, watch your tongue, right? So what happens is that when we are upset, it's very human of us, when we are upset, sometimes to lash out, sometimes to say something to hurt the other person because we are hurt, because something that was said to us hurt us. So we pay back with hurt again. But this card is telling you it's not about winning at all costs. Watch your tongue right now. Remember that, there are lessons that need to be learned from this. There may be something that you need to say. You need to honor your truth. And at the same time, it's not about saying it because you want to wound somebody. It's saying because there are some conversations that can bring clarity. They can bring lessons. They can bring either things that we need to know. It's kind of having a resource moving forward. But at the same time, watching that tongue, that we do not hurt others. All right? All right, let's look at Sunday. And Sunday, we have the Ten of Pentacles. And here we are going back to the earth element. And the Ten of Pentacles, it's a very happy card, to say it in a certain way, because it seems like everything is working well for these people in this image, right? It is full manifestation, things. So it's the card of contentment. So what it's advising for you on Sunday is to spend time with the people that you love or with the things that make you happy, right? It is not a time to, it seems like the entire energy is one of conversations, of more heaviness. And Sunday, just dedicate to yourself to have a day for either hanging out with people that you love or doing things that you like, but also a day to look at everything that's going well in your life, right? It says, hey, I'm just going to focus on the good. So the new energy that comes after the 10, the new energy that arrives following this time for this week is, I am in a frequency, I'm vibrating in a frequency of attracting blessings and things going well, and I don't dwell on the conversations or the things that have not been beneficial. So let's read it all together. The main message here: what is something that you need to say, a conversation that you need to have? You need to remember to honor your truth, right? And also, be on the lookout for messages, for any important message that comes your way right now. Try to focus on what lessons can you learn and the good you can extract from certain conversations to move forward. It's not about winning at all cost. Watch your tongue when you are upset or hurt. All right? It's better to retrieve yourself, right? Like an animal, retrieve yourself, lick your wounds, than lash out and cause more harm. So just watch out with your tongue when you're hurt. And also, end the weekend, start thinking of positives, of blessings, of spending time with the people you love or doing the things you want, because you want the beginning of the week, this week that's starting here, to begin well. So anything that is not bringing you joy, people that are not being kind to you, do not even spend a moment with them. Focus on the things that are helping you vibrate in a frequency that attracts more blessings and starts good the new week. All right, I hope you enjoyed your reading. Give a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and share this message, as there may be somebody who needs to hear it. And remember, this is a general message for the collective. Take what resonates, let go of the rest. And if you want us to examine your particular situation, I offer private sessions that can be done from anywhere in the world. And we do them either by video call, phone call, or chat, whatever you prefer. And we have either 15 minutes quick check-in, 30 minutes sweet spot, or 1 hour in-depth session, right? And if that doesn't work for you, I also offer pre-recorded readings that can be audio, right? Or video like this, and the link gets sent directly to your email so you can download it and listen it or watch it over and over again. Also, by subscribing, making sure you get those notifications, you get to see the daily shorts that I have every day that give you a little advice of the energy for the day, as well as the weekly videos. So right now, the series that we have going on are Sundays, the energy forecast for the week; Mondays, work and career; Tuesday, love and romance; Wednesday, we do not do tarot, we do oracle card; Thursdays, we look at chakras or energy, right? In particular, Thursdays are becoming more open. We're trying different things. Fridays, we look at the weekend messages, right? So right now, there is almost something for every day of the week. Saturdays, we're leaving open, although there are thoughts there of holding a live where I can pull a card for each person that comments. So let me know if that's something that interests you. Also, please reach out if you have any questions. I love to hear from you, and leave me a comment below about what deck did you pick. I hope you have a gentle rest of your day. Please be kind to yourself, and brightest blessings your way.